already know who it is. It is your girl, the leader of the Rockstars, Talia Jeanette. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, this is a very extreme look to stumble upon my channel. But today, I'm going to show you guys how I dyed this wig. It is a process and I have to redo some of it. But I'm just going to show you the basis of how I got it to this magnitude. But first, we're stopping here. We're liking, we're commenting, and we're subscribing to the channel. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Now, I know a lot of y'all, gosh, so many of you guys, for whatever your reason is, you guys don't bang with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I like his music. Crap person when he wants to be, but he makes club music. He makes party music, so I'm always down for a good party track. And y'all know I'm always here for bright colored hair, extreme hair. So I don't even know where I got this hair from. This is an AliExpress wig, but I wouldn't be able to tell y'all what company it's from. I'll put it in my description bar. I believe this is a 22 inch. It might be a 24. So you guys see it comes down pretty far. And I thought this was just a regular 13x4 lace closure, but this is like some weird U-part gimmicks. So like if I want to, I can cut the middle, which y'all already know I'm not going to do because my hair is 4C and it's natural and it would never fit in with this look. So we're not going to do that. But I enjoyed the Trollz look that Nicki Minaj did. Like, Tay didn't have to snap on her wigs the way he did, but he snapped. And I was here for it. And y'all know if I can redo something at home, I'm always going to redo it. I'm not going to pay someone else to do it if it's something I'm capable of doing. So from head on, like if you're not really looking too much into it, it looks like I only have two colors. It looks like I have this nice pink and this nice red. But as you get further into the look, and you'll see later on, I have pink, I have dark blue, I have light blue, I have green, I have yellow, and I have orange all on one side in sections. And then this side is just pure red. So shout out to Adore Hair Colors, who most of these colors are for: the pink, the red, the dark blue, the light blue, the orange are all Adore colors. The yellow, I talked about it in the video. I forgot who the yellow is from, but it's not that great of a yellow. It's not Arctic Fox, which I know I should have went and spent the money on and got. And the green is from Kiss, because Adore didn't have a neon green like this. Like their version of a neon green is really wonky. And then their Clover, it's like a bluish green, which wouldn't have worked. But this came out pretty close to what Nicki had. So here we go. Get started. I apologize now if y'all see my crazy cat jumping around in the background. He be bugged out sometimes, so he might make a random appearance throughout this video. So I'm just gonna start. I spared you guys the foolishness of me sectioning the hair off. So I have 7 sections from one side, and then the other half I'm going to do a solid color instead of splitting that into sections. And I don't have any more clips on me, so let's just get started. So the first section, we're using Adore. Most of my dyes are Adore. You guys know I totally love them. They need to sponsor your girl already because it's the only dye I really use at this point. So when Adore wants to stop playing and they want to give your girl a little bit of a sponsorship, we're here for it. So I'm just gonna apply the dye the way I normally do all my dye jobs at this point, and just make sure the hair is saturated. Now with this, I know you guys see typically in my videos I kind of just pour the dye and let it fall where it may, but with this I have to be a little bit more precise because we are doing sections on one side. So that is why I'm splitting the hair when I section it off. So each section is going to get the proper amount of dye. And I didn't cut the lace off of this yet, so this is going to be interesting to see once I rinse it all out. And I got this hair. Y'all know me. I'm an AliExpress girl to the death. I will put the link for the hair in the description bar. Alright, so I'm going to try to get this as close to as what Nicki had. Of course, the colors may not be the exact same, and these sections may not all be the same. I believe she had 7 sections, so I did 7 sections as well. And you guys will see for another color or two that I had to lighten it a little bit with some conditioner. Y'all, I hate this wig stand. I wish I would have kept my old wig stand, because this wig stand has been just giving me lots of unnecessary drama that I have not been needing in my life this past few weeks. Like, I really, really despise this wig stand. Like, I think I gave it 1 star on Amazon because I've tightened it as much as I can, and it's still tilting. It doesn't stay put when I pull the hair or when I try to adjust the wig. Like, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, y'all. It is so aggravating. But we're going to get through it. And it's, if you're like me and you do your wigs like this, it's okay if you get it on the lace, because we're going to cut it off. Like, my wigs, my canvas head is like 45 different colors at this point, because I don't put any plastic wrap. Like, I know some people put plastic wrap around their wig blocks. I don't. Alright, so here's the pink section. As you guys can see, I could have probably did this section a little smaller, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm gonna clip this back. And then we are going to move on to the next color. I'm gonna try to just, get any wet dye off of my gloves, because we are not wasting gloves in this household at all. Alright, next color up that I'm going to use, I'm going to do my ocean blue, which I love this color, y'all, like, big time. Be careful when you start moving from one section to the next, because it's very easy to get dye on the other sections, and that's not what we want. So even if you have to, clip it out the way for a second, do that. Yeah, so my camera had died in the process of me doing this, so I took a break. And I looked back at the picture for reference, and I totally did the wrong color. So I wasn't supposed to do this blue next, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go in with a purple. And this color was Violet Gem, and I just lightened it a little bit with some conditioner. I probably may have used too much conditioner, but it's okay, because I was trying to lighten it and I didn't want to use any developer in it. But, and see, this is why I said you gotta be careful, because I got purple on this section, so I'm not even going to rub it in on that section, because I don't want it to fade. So and I'm going to put some blue over that, so hopefully it doesn't mess up too bad. But yeah, we're just going to go in with this purple. now we're going to move on, and I'm going to try to save this section that I got the purple dye on, which shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to get this section, and I'm going to clip all of that out my way. And yeah, you guys see, that's why I said you got to be careful when you're doing something like this. I mean, it's not going to be so bad, because like once I wash it and brush it and comb it out, you shouldn't really be able to see it too much. But you know, you kind of want to avoid it if you can. So now here's the other blue that I'm going to use. This was Adore's baby blue, I believe it was, and then I just again put some conditioner in it to lighten it. But this is starting to look pretty cool, guys. I'm actually very happy with this. Now, I noticed with the Adore baby blue, when you put it on 613 hair, it does come out a little tiny bit greenish, because some 613 hairs, if not all of them, have a yellow tint to it. Just the nature of the beast. I don't make the rules. So just be mindful anytime that you're using a lighter pastel-y type of blue on blonde hair, you're going to have to really get it in there just so it doesn't start to turn 50 shades of green on you. Alright, and then we're going to pull down this other section and start to work the blue in onto that. I'm doing like a really saturated color. I let my color sit in overnight. I don't immediately take the color out, and like, so I know some people leave it in for a few hours. If you can leave it overnight, do so. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next section, which at this point I don't even know fully what color I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm just see, so I have to do green. Y'all, I think I might have counted this wrong, and I don't know where my phone is for a picture reference. So I got green. I know I have to still do yellow, and maybe it was a red, guys. Okay, so I think it was an orange I was missing, and I had too many sections. So now we are going to do green, and I don't know how this green is going to come out because it's not an Adore green. It's unfortunate for me, Adore did not have a green that I found suitable for this look, so I had to use Kiss instead. So let's see. Okay, I'm not completely in love with it, but it'll do for the sake of this look. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to the yellow. So for this, I also don't have an Adore dye. I'm using something called Color Charm Paints. It comes in this tube. I think this might be the same dye I used for my yellow wig. There's honestly no store by me that sells Arctic Fox. Like, I would have to commute to find Arctic Fox. Ooh, this has a scent to it too. and it's not even showing up. So this is definitely not the yellow that I used, and I thought it was, but this isn't even, wow. And I'm probably gonna have to use this whole tube. I mean, yeah, I don't know why all these have fragrances to them. That's really odd. All right, we are to the last of the rainbow section. Where did I put my dye? So for that section, I'm going to use Orange Blaze, which is one of my favorite shades from Adore. I have several wigs that have some hint of orange, or they're either fully orange, and I think I usually use a combination of Orange Blaze and some other orange. But you see that? You see how bright that picked up on camera even with this lighting? So I don't know what that yellow was doing, but... And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna just go over everything once again, just to patch up any spots that still might have a little blonde showing. All right, guys, so we're now going to move on to the larger section, and that's going to be the red side. And then I will be done, and I'm just going to go over everything. So for this side, we're going to use Ruby Red. So again, we're just going to section the top half so everything can get some color to it. This is the finished product, wet. It's still drying, so I'm just gonna let this sit overnight. I think the pink and the dark blue are like pretty much dry, but you can, whoops, that's not what I meant to do to you guys, sorry. You can kind of see the red is a little wet still as well, and the orange is still wet. The yellow I know is super wet because I was trying to get the color to pop as much as I could. But we'll be back for the major reveal and hope the colors don't bleed together. All right, so let's just get into this hair. So all I did, I legit just put some Afro G, the heat gloss serum in it, and I just flat ironed this because it was looking real crazy after I washed it. And oh my god, like guys, it is so silky smooth. What did I wash this with? I didn't put any shampoo in this because, you know, shampoo is really iffy sometimes with colored hair. So I just I did the colors as you saw. Like some of the colors I mixed with the silica conditioner. I literally washed it with the same conditioner, like literally section by section. So I did like the red first because I didn't want it to bleed on the lighter colors. I didn't want the darker colors to run. So I washed the whole wig in cold water. Worst experience of my life. I wash this hair in conditioner and cold water, and pretty much after I let it sit, like I put the colors in and I let it sit for 48 hours. So like the wig got hard, it got crunchy, but when I rinsed it, the colors weren't bleeding. And that's what you want. Like you don't want your colors to bleed. Even if you're not doing something this extreme, if you're just dyeing hair, you don't want the colors to bleed because you're rinsing product down the drain. You don't want it to bleed. I would say if you have the time, that's even with my natural hair as well. When I do wash my hair, if I dye it, I try to dye my hair on a Friday or a Saturday and make sure I have nothing planned for the next day, because I sleep with the color in my hair. I know some of y'all are going to be like, oh my gosh, she's crazy, it's chemicals, da da da. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, I don't know what other way to say it. But yeah, I try to leave the color in as long as I can, and then when I rinse it out, 9 times out of 10, when I do my natural hair, it doesn't bleed. Again, a door dye isn't permanent, so of course, like after 3, 4, 5, 8 washes, it's going to start to run, it's going to start to bleed. So it's just that usually when my color does that, that means I just need to retouch up the color. And then usually I can see that by then that the color is fading in my natural hair. This, I'm not entirely too sure how this is going to work. Yeah, a lot of my colored wigs, like if it's not one solid color that I know wasn't anything custom, like my yellow wig, which I know was one solid color of yellow, I can wash that, and if it bleeds, it bleeds. I can always find the dye to redo it. What other wigs do I have that are like one solid? Most of my wigs are not one solid color. And that's the messed up part. Like everything is like a mix of color. It's multicolored, so it's hard to wash any of them like deep wash. Like I can't let it soak, like that type of thing. Like I can run it under some cold water with some conditioner, and that's as good as it's going to get. I also just tried, like I use a dry shampoo. Like I don't, it's this gimmick. I use this on the cap, so that way at least you know the cap is getting some type of sanitization. Word vomit. Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not sharing my wigs, it's just me wearing my wigs. But again, like, you know, when your head is sweating, like you have a stocking cap on, you have your oils from your hair, it's a lot. But I don't know. I can't wait to show my kids this wig at work. They are going to flip. I think I should wear this for gymnastics. Like, Gigi and Orly especially are going to lose their minds. Like, those are my girls. They're going to lose their minds when they see this wig. Like, I don't remember which one of them asked me to they were like, can you do rainbow hair? And I'm like, Trollz inspired wig. I can do that. They're going to flip their lids next week when they see me. So I can't wait to show them this hair. But yeah, other than that, like guys, this is it. Like you really can't see the orange. Like you can see the orange a little bit. You can see it more on this side. But yeah, there's the yellow. There's the green. There's some light blue somewhere in here. And the dark blue, the purple, and the pink. Yep. So here it is, guys. Here's my Nicki Minaj Trollz inspired wig. I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any other crazy hair that you would like to see me attempt, let me know and I can start working on it. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.